What is going, everybody? What is up? We're back. The TVK podcast is back. I'm your host, Je-Ree, joined by.
Ashley Sheree here, and baby, we back.
I say back, but it's just like a special episode. We're not back for the fall yet.
Yeah, nah. We still gotta figure out them dates, y'all. We ain't there yet.
We
Nah,
ain't there yet because the
it's
fall shows
coming.
haven't started. It's coming.
It's good.
But we had to jump on here because we had to talk about Love Island, baby. But before
Ooh,
we get into
child.
that, this episode of the TVK's podcast is sponsored by Handful Sports Bra. Use Real Chatter, REELCHATTER at checkout for a special discount. We do get a small commission when you use our code at checkout. All the information will be in the description.
So go ahead and get them sports bra, y'all.
Go ahead and get those sports bra for the
Oh my
girlies.
goodness, I have one on too.
But yeah, Ashley and I was talking now. Ashley, granted, is way more into this than I am, but I have watched the latest
That I
episode of season
am.
7. Like, you know more. So I have watched the latest episode of season 7. I watched the reunion and I've seen some of these post-Villa interviews.
Child,
It
listen.
was, mm,
I have to say this. This is by far the worst season of Love Island USA. So I'll stand on that. If you're actually a Love Island watcher, then you understand that this is
mm.
legitimately the worst season. So I have never felt more drained, more exhausted. Low key, it's worse than how we felt when we was in Sprina on General Hospital. Like, and I didn't
Yo,
think it could get no worse. Like,
I didn't think it could get any worse than Spencer and Trina on General Hospital.
I'm just saying, like, and also because like I am an avid Janae and Serena from season 6. I don't
Mm,
play about them. I built a community on the bad place, which is
mm,
Twitter. Shout out to my mods. By myself though, a lot of the times like I have to post things by myself, which is hard when you work about 2 to 3 jobs, but I do what I can.
mm.
So I was, I'm always for Black women like that, and I always want Black women to feel supported because a lot of times, unfortunately, we don't get that. And there's also a lot of self-hate. So when I saw, Janae and Serena looking for love, wanting love, and I just fell in love with them just as a Black
Yeah.
woman. So when I came into season 7, I'm like, ooh, child, like let's go. It's about to be on and popping. It was on, but I don't know if it was popping.
Yeah, it was popping. I'm the same way. So if I watch something like this, it took me a long time. Like my sister, my daughter, they was like, "Girl, you gotta watch Love Island." I saw the post and I was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm not watching this," because I didn't like. I was like, I don't want to jump on a bandwagon. But then I was like, let me just. Literally, the weekend of the finale, I binge watched all those 30 something episodes like non-stop. But well, I skipped the After Sun or whatever they're called or
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
everybody does. Nobody
Yes,
watches
that's how.
that unless like it's a couple that you really want to see or they're interviewing somebody you want to see. Like I only watched because I knew Nickelandia was going to be on After Sun one day, and then I only watched something else because Chloe was going to be on there, and then Janae and Serena. That was like that was the only reason.
So when I saw the two black girls come in, I said, I'm automatically rooting for them and the guys, honestly, and Ace and Taylor. And I was like, I'm all. For those that don't know, I am in an interracial relationship and interracial marriage. My husband is white. But I like because I know some people know and they're like, "Rah, rah, rah." You know how they go. And we'll
Yeah,
get to that. But I still obviously I root for black love. I love to see it. I support it and I love it. So I was already
on
like, okay,
board.
that's cute. Yeah, that's on board. I told my daughter, like I had known Nickelandria because I had seen the edits. So knew that they would end up together, but I wanted to see the journey on how they got
You knew
to where they
we
got
didn't
to.
even know if they was gonna end up together. We was living on a hope and a prayer and a dream and
Yeah.
delusion. That's what Nickelanderian fans were living on. And we was
Right?
just manifesting and praying and putting it out into the universe,
Mhm.
hoping that something would happen with them. And look at that, God was on our side. But always when God blesses you, there's always going to be trouble not too far behind because the devil is coming and knocking. And
But
that's
let's talk about first how we got to where we're at with this Ace and Speedy interview. So in the villa, I did a TikTok about this. Watching it from the start, I was like, now I like Ace. He's cute. He's like 22 years old. I'm like way too old for him. Like
you might teach
I'm
him some
39.
things.
So, but I'm like, he's cute, whatever. All of them. I'm way too like I feel like I'm way too old to be even like involved in their space. But I got it. He's cute. But I said, this I was like, he's just going too
Way too
hard on
hard.
Jeremiah. And I was like, I was like, he's low key kind of giving me hating. Of course, he's a Leo. Come to find out, I'm a Leo. So, but
Oh,
he's a different Leo than I'm a. Like we're two different Leos. I don't know what Leo. He must
I
be
was like,
July.
please don't have his characteristics in you, girl. Mm-mm, but
I
I
do
always,
not. He must be July. I'm August Leo. We're different.
oh, okay. Different months do matter, yeah.
Yeah.
They really do, along with like your rising and your
Yeah.
moon and your sun. All of that counts. So
Because
okay.
I was just like, okay, so let's say for the sake of it, Jeremiah and Huda came in and then decided like, yeah, I'm just gonna scam because I want to make it to the end for the money. I mean, I just wouldn't care that much as a fellow
Yeah.
Islander. I'm gonna still play the game. Like they all act like they're not pressed off that $50,000.
Yeah.
So they all come in like I guess Ace already had a huge following on social media or something like that.
Yeah, he was
And he's
already
already doing
like an influencer, low key
right.
doing, yeah.
So it's like I'll peep it, and then if I mention it like once or twice, and then it's still happening, I'm not gonna go as hard as like he was getting so angry, and I was like, "What is the problem?
What is happening here?
Like, what is really the issue?"
Y-
Now I'm seeing people saying he because he wanted Huda, and Huda was just so closed off, so that was the issue. I don't
Ugh.
know. That's what other takes are saying, but so for me, instantly, I kind of clocked him like he's a hater. And then
Mhm.
as far as Olandria, I looked at her and I said, "Oh wow, she has a very striking, different
Yes.
look."
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
She's
I was like,
gorgeous.
she's gorgeous. And I said, I've never really seen one look like her before in my life. And
Hmm.
like honestly, she has such strong features and she's gorgeous. Her skin is beautiful. She got body, all of that, all
Body is
natural,
insane. No waist.
insane, insane. And so like, I think she kissed Nick first.
Yeah. So
Like, oh,
yeah.
that's cute. And but then when she chose Taylor, I'm probably gonna. Oh, God, how do I say this? I was just like, Taylor's ugly.
Damn.
Like he's not attractive to me. I like,
His goofiness makes him less attractive to me.
he
Like
like the
also.
way he like came skipping in. I was just
Yeah.
like, all the other guys look kind of like a certain
They look
way.
like a
I
kind
don't
of like
find
a
Austin
man.
attractive. Yeah, I don't find Austin attractive either.
No.
I don't, maybe ugly is harsh. He's not my type because somebody
Hmm.
could call me ugly and I'm like, I don't care. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that Leo because that Leo. But like, yeah, I just was like, oh, that's who she chose just because he's country. And somebody
Yeah.
else wear a cowboy hat. Because I just felt like she was just, I was like, girl, no.
Hmm.
But I was
Well,
like, I'm rooting for them because it's black love.
I'm gonna go back to one too on like first impressions a little bit and even like,
Yeah,
looking at some of the episodes. Like at first, I always try to come in, with any of these shows with an open mind because I always think, Ashley, you don't know these people.
I don't know.
But it was something, even though I did come on board as a Shelley's towards the end as one of the fans, but Nicolandria is always number one over here. And if I'm being honest, I kind of gravitated for Shelley's because of Shelley, but we'll get into
Uh-huh.
her later. Um, so like for Ace, like as it kind of drawn out, it was just like, I don't know, it felt like he was a manipulator. It just felt like he was angry all the time. It felt like you had to play by his rules and you gonna do what I say. And
Mhm.
it was always like, like, like why did you? And I think I tried to like downplay my intuition myself and think like, all right, Ashley, like that this is heavily edited, things are gonna be cut, sliced, whatever. Like, let's try to give this black man some form of a try. Like, let's try it out. And then gradually, I think after Amaya, and this is where, I've been watching Real Housewives since, before. Let's go all the way back to Flavor Flav. We can go all the way back to Real World if we want to. So,
Mm.
like, sometimes I could just,
Bad Girls Club.
okay, when it was real Bad Girls Club. We ain't talking about
Yeah.
baddies
No,
either.
I'm talking about real Bad Girls Club.
Okay, not no baddies chain.
They
So,
ain't gonna get no sleep because of me.
get us sleep. I was like, yeah,
No,
hey.
it's
That's
because
that. I love that meme. I love me some Tanisha. Oh my God. So like, it's like you think that your mind is playing tricks on you. It's heavily edited, and you're just like, so I was like, you know what? Take a step back. I felt like after his disagreement with Amaya, and somehow, some way they smoothed things over, I felt like they tried to show him in a more of a different light
Mhm.
that was more tolerable for the fans to take. But the thing is, we never really forget. So
Mhm.
I always feel like even though we were, well, because I don't want to say we as in all of us, but some of us who were fans of Shelley tried to really give like Ace that shot, not, maybe my intuition was wrong. Maybe they see something that I don't necessarily see. So let's rock. But They always say trust your intuition. So, I mean, there's that. I think I don't know. I don't know Shelly. I do like her or I like what she presents to us.
Mhm.
She gives like this cute little baby doll face. Like she's just so adorable. So, I I don't know. Yeah, but Taylor, three dreads, whatever you want to call them, Baldy locks, like that's just not my forte. I like all the way through the villa. I just could not stand the way he treated Olandria. Like
Mhm.
that just was really something that just kind of like was twisting the knife. And then
Mhm.
also there was also some rumblings that at the end of the day, and even Olandria, because I do listen to if I like you on Love Island, I will listen to your podcast. So I was just listening to the different podcasts that she had too. Mind you, I love Kiki, but her podcast interview sucked. I don't know how Mrs. Cyrus did a better interview than her. I expect New York Times to do a better interview as a freaking journalist. Like I expect that, but it was disappointing with the other ones. But anyways, I didn't really appreciate the way that they framed her as like desperate, like this man doesn't really want
Mhm.
you, but then you're throwing yourself at him. And that's when Olandria was getting on my nerves, only for her to come out the villa and be like, no, like I'm not desperate. I have self-confidence. If a man don't want me, you think I'm gonna sit there and beg? So there it's just I don't know. It's just things like that that has me questioning everything. And aside from the fact that this whole cast is full of scammers.
Yeah, it's funny. I watched the Kiki Palmer interview. I fell asleep on it. I don't remember when I fell asleep, but I watched it a good portion of it, and I just felt like they wasn't just giving her enough. Like Kiki was just like
They
trying so
couldn't.
hard,
They didn't even watch it.
yeah, to pull from her, and then Nick and Taylor too. I wish they would stop putting Nick and Taylor interviews together. Like I don't want to
I
see them
think
together.
that's gonna stop.
Right, when we get to all that. But it's like, yeah, I watching it and I just kept watching it and I was like, knowing that Nick and Alandria were going to the final, not saying they're together or whatever, but just knowing that they were going to the final, they were coupled up. I was like, I don't think Taylor likes her because they wouldn't kiss, they wouldn't
Hmm.
touch. And I'm like, ain't no way no guy's like, I just move so slow with her. Like, come on, bro.
But he said
Huh?
he wasn't physically attracted to her, which was crazy too. So why are you doing all of this thing? Why are you being in a couple with her? You know what I'm saying? It just
Why
looked
did you let her
weird.
send Jalen home who wanted to be with
Yes.
her? Like, why wasn't Jalen at the reunion?
Well, he's been traveling a lot too. I
Oh,
believe
okay.
he was out of the country during that time too. So like somebody said Denmark. Once he
Oh, okay.
came out, like Jalen was super popular once he came out of it. I think because he also had like this wholesome country boy side, something that Taylor does
He
not have.
looks way more attractive than Taylor.
He's
Like,
cute, and I feel like he had a little bit of a glow up once he got out of the villa too.
yeah. So I just okay, you're not attracted to her. Now we could get to the colorism of it all because of who he
Uh,
ended up choosing.
And that's what people have named too. Of course, this is just speculation, yeah, but
Mhm.
there have been like so many different takes which do view him as a colorist. So
And
I've
he's
seen
like himself, and Ace is like, and that's his best friend. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just weird. And I want to support my people, but y'all move weird. I can
moving so
support people
weird.
and call people out for moving weird. Like you don't have to
So
be friends with everyone, like they always say.
we
So I don't
don't.
really rock with them. I don't rock with. And then now, as an extension, almost Shelly, if she don't come out and clear some shit up. So it's
Child.
like,
Mm.
girl, huh?
No, I just said child. Like,
No, I'm talking about Shelly. I'm like,
oh,
Shelly, hi, girl, huh?
oh,
Yeah,
so she is talking.
I got it. I know. They just weren't moving right. And so for some people who think Nick is a scammer, I'm very confused. And so
Hmm.
a lot of people under that recent Essence post of Shelly, what's her name?
Ooh, Shelley's together. Yeah. Ooh,
Shalise
child, they is cutting
was
up.
they were saying, "Oh, you're choosing a white man over a black man," and it's not that, bro. It's how about your boy let a white man do more for a black woman than
Period. And then
than
like
he did?
if you were really such a friend of her, I would hope that you told her all of this privately. Because also you didn't tell Olandria that Taylor wasn't attracted to her and you had to coach him in all of your dates. You didn't even tell her that. So my thing is, did you tell if this conversation even happened? Because if you also listen to the podcast at that time, he's basically saying like before he left, meaning before he
Mhm.
left the villa. So, and it's been talks that Nick has been trying to reach out to him and he hasn't heard anything. But going to what you said about Essence, when I looked at the Essence comments, at first it was just like not with the way that he did blah 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 because Essence basically said that and when people have to do that, you know it's serious. So
Yeah.
they were like it was done before recent developments. Like they
Yeah, and
literally
that was in their caption. Yes.
literally in it because they know like but for me I don't even follow the shade room anymore because it was a little bit too toxic for me
Yeah,
but
yeah, I had to block.
I actually had to go into the shade room and read their comments and they was killing Ace when I say that they were going in. Oh, he was never going to see daylight again. And this is the shade room, one of the most toxic. They like to make fun of people. They have
Mhm,
no type of morals, standards in the comments. Like they don't give a damn. So for them
mhm.
to even be calling out Ace, I was like, oh, this isn't good. I'm seeing a lot of Nicolandria, you know, oh, you think it's real? You think it's real? Those people like, I can't believe he did that. Like he really went over there to that place and said that. Isn't he supposed to be their friend? Like that. I'm like, as a no, I don't think it's gonna bode well for Ace right now.
Mm-mm.
And unfortunately, I feel like Shelly's gonna get some of that too. But also, if my man did something like this, and to someone I called a soul sister and a friend, he wouldn't hear the end of my mouth.
Yeah,
He
we
wouldn't.
would be on a break. We would be on a break until he did his apology tour. And and that's the thing where people, because I also saw some comments, because I was in my For You on TikTok and Instagram and all that, like the Huda fans being like, oh, this is a great day. This is a great day. And I'm like, I don't think what y'all seem to understand is nobody, maybe some fans, because I'm not in the fan wars. So I gave that up with General Hospital. But for majority, from what I'm seeing and my feeling about it is, I don't give a fuck if they're real or not. They're
Yeah.
cute. They're giving us entertainment. And why would I stop their bag? Because
Period.
you trying to stop their bag makes you look like a hater because you knew that
Hmm.
type of comment. Whether you said this was the pre me getting booted out or not, you knew what that type of comment was going to cause because we just saw y'all in Disney World having a blast. We just saw her at the birthday party. Like
Yes.
Nicholas is all in your fucking comments hyping you up, and you're
That's how
telling
you
her
know he
about your
didn't know.
yeah, and that's you're saying that's not your friend because he didn't say at the reunion that you should have been in the final four. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have. He could change his mind. Maybe he was like, yeah, with you, yeah, boy, yeah, dog, yeah, you should have been in it. But then, like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you
Yeah.
act like you didn't care. Oh, this don't mean nothing to me. So why are you crying about not being in the final four?
Exactly. Make it make sense because the math ain't mathing.
Right,
So
Ace, you munchkin, you like you oompa loompa. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want no friends like that. I just saw you 2 days ago, and you didn't have you couldn't tell me that you was dropping this interview, and I'm mad she deleted her tweet. I'm
me
so
too.
mad she deleted her
I didn't
tweet.
want
I don't
her
know
to
why
do
she did that.
that.
I don't know why she did that. I don't know if she talked to Shelly or whatever, but it's like,
It
girl,
could
don't
have, or it
give
could be
in.
the team too. They probably told her to ignore it.
Yeah.
I
And it's
could
like,
see.
no, don't ignore it. Speak of that shit hurt. Just like you told her at the reunion. You hurt me. I thought I was gonna meet your daughter. Da, da, da. You couldn't even tell them to get my face off of that meme. So like,
Hmm.
no, Ace, like you are coming off mad hate. If even if what Nick said was true, even if he said this 2 days ago to you, saying, "Yeah, man, we're attracted, but we still not, we
Yeah.
still not in love or whatever the case may
We still
be."
figuring it out.
We still, and I feel like they said that when they were asked
That's
at the
all they
reunion.
say.
Yeah,
That's
when they were
all
asked
they
at the
say.
reunion by Andy, like, what, are y'all a couple? They were just like, we're taking it day by day. And that's fine that they don't have the spark yet.
Hmm.
But they clearly are attracted to each other. Nick makes sure she has her bag, and then for you to go on that to try and ruin their brand deals because all you got is what I don't know, Arby's, or was that
That was three dreads. That was three
okay?
dreads.
So what's Shelly and them got like Gap? I don't even know. I don't know what they
I
have.
forget. I, to be honest,
She had a
and I'm
jeans
sure
something.
people will quote me if I'm wrong. I haven't necessarily seen anything besides, Shelly being interviewed with Teen Vogue with Olandria.
Oh, Teen Vogue.
Yeah, like I haven't
I know she
really.
had a jeans something. She did, but she was again by herself. Ace hasn't gotten anything.
Yeah, like yeah, he hasn't gotten anything. I feel like he's probably also trying to separate himself from Love Island too as well, but
Mhm.
just to go on Speedy's podcast and say what he said, like It's not going to bode well because I do feel like a tide was turning continuously. Like, even I was just like, okay, Ace is standing on business. Like, when he did the Vanity Fair interview and, he said what he said. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I hear you. I see you. And I remember, like, when it was a behind the scenes photo of that, like last month ago or something like that. So this is still when Nick and him were like cool or okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like,
Mhm.
everything seemed it seemed cool, but when they finally dropped it, I was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "Okay," and I respected him, and that was the thing. I was like, even if I don't like him like that, there is no way I couldn't respect him. And now I feel like I bigged him up on TikTok too, but now I feel like I can't even respect you because
I don't
you
respect it.
you don't even tell this girl that you swore up and down in that whole 1 hour and 11 minute interview. You swore that you loved her so freaking much, but you didn't tell her this in private, or even if you did tell her this in private, you didn't keep that shit private because you know the harassment and the hate that's going to come to her because of that. A friend of you is one that I would never want. If
Mm.
like, what's the saying? With friends like you, who needs enemies?
These enemies, yeah.
That was
At all, you look jealous, and you even said, "I got
bitter.
the villa, bitter. I got the villa," and it was like Nicolandria, Nicolandria, Nicolandria.
Yes.
Okay, and I would be like, "Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Clock it. Like your little song
yes."
goes
I'll
like,
be calling Nick like, who's repping you? How do I get on, bruh?
do you
Like,
know
what are
people
you?
were calling them the core four? They could have
Yeah,
literally had brand deals, the two couples themselves. You have literally like, and the fact that, not only was Speedy's podcast, Taylor's wackety wackety whack whack reaction video on TikTok, and also Shelly's birthday was
mhm,
all done by Crown Royal. And guess what?
yeah.
Their Twitter page is now private. You didn't
Mm,
want that backlash, huh?
mm.
It says a lot. And
Like, I
you
don't
were
know
saying,
what. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just saying people saying it looks like a planned attack now.
It does. Because I'm trying to also figure out what did he think he would accomplish by saying that he thought the whole world, because it's basically the whole world, y'all. Let's be for real.
It's
These
not
these
just
two
in the
people,
United States.
yeah, these two people are everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Other celebrities. I saw an interview at a Comic-Con with you ghosts.
Yes, your girl. I
Yeah,
forgot
my
to tell you about
girl.
that.
Yeah, she was like, my arc this upcoming season where her going to show, she was like, think Nicolandria. Like, I'm like, people
I
love them. I was like, yes, yes, yes. My two worlds collided.
was
So
like,
I'm like, they're everywhere. So what did you think was going to happen? You was going to get on an interview with the podcast host that apparently hasn't liked Nicolandria from jump.
mm-hmm.
These stupid ass faces.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, he said it wasn't romantic. You thought we all were going to be like, damn, fuck them. Come on, bro.
It wasn't gonna happen,
It was
that way.
never
Cause
going to happen. Protect Black women always. Why can't we count on you to do that?
and now you made us feel like we have to put our armor on and go crazy. I've even now seen white people like, I know you know you're jealous.
Yeah. You know the white people gonna protect their boy. And that's why some of the comments and essays I really didn't like, oh y'all capping for white men. And it's like, I said I'm staying out of it because like I said, I'm in an interracial marriage. And
Mm,
I'm not capping for a white man. I am capping for Olandria or whatever
yes.
you want to call it to get her time to shine. I have never seen this. A dark-skinned black woman is being called Barbie, and everybody agrees. And when
Yes.
I mean everybody, I don't mean fans. I'm talking about big name companies.
She was in vintage Versace,
Come
1993.
on.
Like, and she looked gorgeous.
Did somebody
Chelsea.
say Anna Wintour was in her comments? Was that
Oh, I didn't see that. I would have been
someone
like,
said
"Oh,
that? I don't know
snap!"
if it's
But
true or not.
Vogue did post them, like post one of their
Okay,
pictures. They
okay.
were the only Love Island couple because Olandria had Shein freaking outfits looking like runway outfits. Well, even when I found out that, I was like, "That's Shein. That shit don't look like that on me." Like it was like, "Wait, girl,
Her
what
part.
you
Ew.
doing?" But it's her body. It has to be her
Yeah.
body, the way it hugs it and
Yeah.
everything like that. But still, like. She's really that good. The thing is, Nicolandria is now bigger than the program. That top four, not one couple out of there made it besides him. They are literally the only couple that made it
What?
a month and what is it, a month and a week later.
That's true.
That's crazy. Usually they last for a couple of months.
And this is perfect timing for them to blow up after. It's sad that it happened with Janae and Kenny. And
Ugh.
the racism that she was facing, then to have someone come out and be like, no, a chocolate girl is desirable and lovable. And then for you, a black man, light-skinned black man, to come
Mhm.
in and then take that and try to take that away from her, and but in the same breath be like, I love her, but her
Yeah,
relationship
but
fake. Yeah, her relationship
yeah.
fake. Y'all should stop rooting for them. That's what you were saying. Stop rooting for them and focus on me and Shelly.
Yep.
Like,
That's
come
what it's giving.
on.
And it was a good interview until he started talking about Nicolandria and
Mm,
then Nick specifically. And this is my thing. Granted, you didn't really know him. You spent 6 weeks in the villa, but I always say this too. Nobody can know what y'all went through that time that y'all were in the villa. So regardless, you two have a bond that no one will understand. So to think that I would actually go on a podcast, disparage your name, disparage your relationship, and also hint at a STI is actually quite disgusting.
that part. Was he really trying to say Nick had a cold sore when
Mind you,
Charlie
it's
already
been
said
yes,
he
mind you,
bumped
it's
him in the
been
face?
debunked 3 different times. Not only did Nick say he got hit with a football while he was in the freaking villa, so did Charlie. He said the same thing too. He was like, "Yeah, I hit him with the football in the face." Because I ain't even gonna hold you. The first time I saw that, I was like, "Ooh," and he be kissing people. Like I
Mm,
did have that, but then like once it was explained, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they say that they get tested
mm.
all the time, constantly, non
Like
freaking
COVID,
stop.
COVID. I'm not kissing everybody. COVID. I couldn't be on that show.
Girl,
I honestly couldn't be on that show. That's so gross.
so
That's so
gross. All that damn kissing and shit.
yeah.
Like, I don't like to do that.
And
Well,
then even if it was true, if they had them capping, like making up a football story, I saw someone make a TikTok, which is a very good point. Y'all sign these contracts and NDAs and all this shit, and you going out there talking about you are in unhealthy conditions. You better hope you don't get sued
yeah, especially like
by NBC.
especially what Ace was saying, yes, influences. Because my first thought was production. If you're like that's going to be your first thought, not
Mhm.
unless it was someone else in the villa. But you're gonna let someone else in the villa control you to that extent. And also, this is another reason why I think season 6 was such a big hit. So, like, let's say that the influences were production. All right, I'll give you that. But they also had suggestions to season 6. You know what they told them? No. They wanted to break up Miguel and Leah. And they was like, no, we want to pursue each other and see where this is going. They made suggestions and encouraged Janae to like see what else is going on with other people. She was like, no. I mean, granted, now that we look at hindsight, hindsight is 2020. Maybe she said that.
Yeah.
But also, like, even they were like, well, maybe you should talk to somebody else besides, Serena and see how that feels. And she was like, no. And that's why I feel season 6 will always be superior because they stay true to themselves. I'm not
Mhm.
going to allow you to influence me and change my decision and sway me. I said what I said. I want to date Miguel, and that's what I'm doing. Or I want to talk to Serena, and that's what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
I don't think season 7 had that much respect for themselves, integrity, and dignity to
Mhm.
even do that. Like season 6, and that's why season 6 people are, well, some of them are as close as they are.
Yeah. I see that. And I'm like, going back a little bit to the suing thing, I'm like, hey, you don't know nothing about Real Housewives? That's run by NBC Universal too. You don't see how many times they talk shit and get fired
All the time.
all
You
the
could
time.
they got my girl Nene waiting to get out of purgatory. I mean, she injured her way up back there now. I mean, she's interviewing
Her
people.
podcast is horrible. No shade.
But she gets guests though. I can't I'm sorry, y'all. I am this is
I
the
love
one
Nene.
this
I
is
love
one
Nene to
person
death.
that I just can't say anything bad about. They'd be like, Nene ain't coming back. I know she's not coming back, okay? It doesn't
No, Nene
matter.
is pure TV gold. I love Nene. Like, and
Period.
she used the platform the right way. She was getting on TV shows. She was acting and all that stuff. I love her to death.
Yeah,
But her current
Broadway. She's one of the
podcast,
first to do that.
Broadway, her current podcast is kind of corny. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
It's gotta be
I
like
mean,
she needs some training. If she had the training, because she has the guests
yeah,
to get the
she has a
training.
guest. Though, like people go on the show. Like, girl,
Mm-hmm.
she could give us some pointers, but I just think
Yeah.
it's corny. Kind of like how Jennifer Hudson is like a horrible interview.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, girl, you could sing, girl. You could get you an Oscar, girl. You can act, but girl,
And
damn, you
everybody want to
cannot
go down the
interview.
spirit tunnel. I don't want
We
to know
want to
what
go
my
down the
song
spirit
would
tunnel.
be.
I will go down. Hey, but you
Hey,
cannot interview. Like you have no follow-up questions. You don't know how to keep a conversation flowing. So
exact.
I'm just I don't know. Ace is just
It's
What's
just
that
so
mean?
sad. I was so disappointed because even though I talked about it before, like, so basically two podcasts dropped yesterday. Not only was it Ace with Speedy, which I didn't know about, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm mad too. Like, yay. I was like, I get to hear him, his opinions, da da da. Da. And then like before that, being on Twitter, I found out that that's when I found out that Nicolandria had dropped a
Mhm.
podcast too with Modern Love. And it was so good, Jerry. I was cheesing and smiling like it was me and my man. Like, I was just all happy, and then I was like, "Ooh!" Then we get to see Ace's point of view. He's gonna be so honest, and then it was just like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "What are we talking about
That's what I'm saying.
here?"
What's that America's Next Top Model Tyra Banks meme? We were
Yeah,
rooting for
we
you.
were,
We
Tiffany,
were
we were
all
all rooting
rooting
for you.
for you. Now you're hated. And I'm like, I wonder how his PR, because we deal with PR. You and I deal with
Whew.
PR on a daily basis. So I wonder what are they doing? What is the move? What's happening in the meetings? Because I for sure know there was a meeting today.
To be a fly on the wall. And we had shout out to Tam. Hey Tam, she's one of our people who used to be part of Spring Fandom too.
Mm.
She kind of has some knowledge of like the media a little bit too
Oh,
as
no, she
well.
does. Shout out to him. Yes.
And I was like, so how do you think that PR is doing right now? She's like, girl, she's like, if they didn't know, it's a complete mess. It's like, they have to be going crazy right now with all the work that they have to do. And that's why I think that, Essence too, granted, I think were going to drop it. I feel like they were trying to drop all their media stuff, like, one
Mhm.
after the other, because they did another one with like Elite or something like that. Like, kind of,
Mhm.
but that I think just changed the whole trajectory. I feel like people low key don't want to touch them, but this is what they had that was coming out right now. If I
They don't want to touch them. I could tell that I just know they don't want to touch them. And the Essence caption confirmed that they don't want to because Essence didn't have to say anything. They could have act like that damn podcast never happened.
Yeah. And then
So
people would have been coming at them. How are you
mhm,
gonna be about a black magazine geared towards women and you gonna put this man up here who was
mhm,
doing that to Alandria? Like that's what it was going but so to be honest, I feel like Essence was in a lose-lose situation, which is probably
they
why
were.
nobody wants to touch them.
Mhm.
Like that at this
Extension
point,
extension of Ace and Shelly, and even though
yep.
she didn't say anything, and I'm shocked. Well, she's in the meetings too. I'm shocked she didn't put out a statement. But they're meeting and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. What the next move is to save their
Their
brand.
face, yeah, because it's
Mhm.
done up right now. Like you have so many. How you gonna have Nicolandria haters defending them? That's crazy.
Nicolandria haters were defending it because it's shady as fuck. Who does that? Nobody moves like that in 2025 except haters and losers.
Yeah, and then I think what twists the knife even more is that you were supposed to be their friend. And I think that's what people really are having a hard because I know even for me, I'm having a hard time with that. And I could say at the end of the day, like I don't know these people because I really don't. And I could say that they didn't have, they only spent 6 weeks together. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, they spent 6 weeks together, but were secluded from their family, their friends, their normal way of life, people they know, things of that nature. So it's completely heightened. And someone that you shared so much with had the audacity to do this to you and then talk bad about you, once again, disparage you and your relationship, say that you have, infer, I don't want to say infer or insinuate that you had an STI. It's crazy to talk about this girl that you so-called hold in so much high regard and esteem and also make it look like she doesn't know the man that she's, dealing with right now, which allow people to be like, there's gonna be another Janae and Kenny. Like, can we please stop?
And that's
Like,
my point. You knew where her and your girlfriend, the hate that they've gotten. You know the chatter about, oh, they're not real because they were pushed together at the end of the season.
mm-hmm.
And you just fed into it because your ego, bro, because your little tiny man, tiny feet, tiny height ass ego could not stand that they arose above you. And you can't stand that you can't control Nick.
Can't control Nick. Unlike Dreadless Man, you're
Yeah, he can
able to
control
control
Dread.
him. Yeah, like do whatever. He's going to fall in line. Uh, it's just I don't know. It's just one of the most disappointing things, and it's just like you're continuously trying to process because You already know that there's manipulations when it comes to reality TV, but this just seems nasty. This feels like nasty work. Like,
And did you see any of Taylor's live? Because people pointed out it looked like when he was like, "Oh, there was no code source," and then it looked like he looked to the left, like he got a text, and then tried to change it up, like, "Oh, well, maybe Ace saw something I didn't
um,
see," and it's like, bro, what the fuck?
you can't even be true to yourself. That's sad.
And why? And also, people try to say, "Oh, Nick didn't stand up for her at the reunion." If you follow it, you would have seen that everyone said he did, but they
Yep.
edited it. I'm like, they need to release an unedited, extended
Hmm.
director's cut, whatever the fuck they want to call it,
Oh,
of this reunion. People watch it. If it's 3 or 4 hours, people are gonna watch it.
yes, we will. Like, I know I watched it 2 hours. This is what I'm used
Yeah.
to. I'm used to reunions being this long.
I mean, Bravo, they do the reunions in three fucking parts. So I don't understand it.
Exactly, exactly. Take some cues, Peacock. NBC
Yeah.
Universal, you already know
It's
what
the
it
same
is.
station.
It's the
They're
same
same
thing.
company. It's the same
Yeah.
company. So they need to release an extended version because I want to see Nick stand on business or what I hate stand on business
And
now.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it
this
doesn't
takes a
feel
lot.
right. And also with that too, because multiple, like, Jeremiah, come get your baddie chain. Like
Mhm.
during Jeremiah, he did mention, he's like, no, like Nick did stand up for her.
I think
There's so
Austin said it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Austin said it too. I think some of the other women as well said it. Um, Also they said people were like, oh, okay, so they show like the heart rate challenge was it was much with all that damn moaning. I was just like, we don't need to hear all that moaning, but
Her
apparently
licking, yeah, I was like, Hood, why you do all that? That's weird,
because
but
she
whatever.
liked him, that's why.
Mhm.
But Ace, you enjoyed it. And people
Oh,
felt
yeah.
some type of way because they were like, so Shelly, you had all of this energy for Huda, but where was it for Ace? And they also said that she did have that much energy for Ace. And they also said that people were questioning Ace and making sure that he was held accountable for his actions. But did we see that? No. Instead, they made it look like everyone was just questioning Huda and trying to hold her accountable. There are some things that she really did need to be held accountable for because it wouldn't have took nothing for her to write a post, like at all,
Yeah.
asking her fans to stop when it concerned Alandria and Shelly. Like, because that was on some other ish.
Yeah.
But, not to, but also we did need to see that people held Ace accountable. Ace is not above anyone at the end of the day.
Can I
So,
be honest, bro? Why I
mm-mm.
think Shelly and Ace are two peas in a pod? When
Because
they
they're
finally
like,
played, well, yeah, when they finally played the whole clip of the conversation with Hood talk about keeping Chris, I was sitting there watching. I was like, damn, Shelly, like, why were you confused? Like, she said that's what she said, and that's what it was, in my
mm-hmm,
opinion. I'm like, I don't understand what she means. But she was trying to say, no, it's really for you. It's really for you. I was like, that conversation was quite clear.
mm-hmm.
And I
It
think
was
Hood, I
known.
was like, you making me defend Hood, bro. Like,
Yeah,
why?
you would hate that, but I will say, and you're gonna be like, Ashley being a defender of the black woman, she did look uncomfortable. What I would have wished is she would have been like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with this, because she had moments where she's like, I don't know, but no,
Yeah.
like, don't be like, don't, because now it's looking like we can see you're uncomfortable, but you're not like able to really say like no. Still, you could have said no,
And
like,
ain't she like
hey.
28 years old?
Yeah, she's older. That's why people be like, they wonder if her and Ace are really gonna last because she's so much older. So
Girl, you're
it would have
28
been
sitting there acting
nothing
like
to
you're
be
not,
like, you
girl,
know
speak
what?
up,
Like,
please.
I see what you're trying to do, and this is when you have to, pull in corporate, work style. I understand what you're trying to do, and I'm very appreciative of it. I just don't think that's the right thing for me. But if you want to bring him for you, that is completely okay. I may still talk to him too sometimes. I don't
Exactly.
know, but like, because and then throwing it because this is Love Island, girl. Like, or that's what we're here for. Because they
Uh,
might not be able to say like Love Island, but
I
yeah.
will. I will call Shelly on that, and I will call out Orlandria. I thought it wasn't nice at the stand on business letter challenge, and she was
Nope.
like, "You want to tell the class about the kids?" He did. I was like, "Girl, no, why you do that?"
She no, I you now this is where you got see you always got now you make me defend my girls. I'm gonna always defend them just on that because no. Hooded like you were doing a lot of mass, stuff. Like I was okay with her calling it out at the end of the day. But also they
Huh?
said that they were recording for 8 hours and there were so many other things that we didn't see pertaining to Hooded. And also why I was okay with it, you didn't stand on business, Hooded, when you wrote that note to Iris though, right? Like that was okay in
Oh no, she
returning.
did it. She did it. She did it. She did it.
Yeah, yeah, like
No,
you
that was
didn't do
wrong.
that either. So like, no, we don't let that go. And then you were still trying to be so buddy buddy with Olandria after.
I'm like,
Girl,
don't come for me, y'all. In the moment, I was like, "Oh man, why you put her business out there?" Because it's both Huda and Chris had done that to Alandria. So I don't know. I just felt like I would have held that to my chest.
Well,
Me
you know what
personally,
that
I
was
would have maybe
about.
called her out or something else.
You know
Yeah.
that we know what that was
Well, yeah,
about, Shelly. That's
yeah, it was
part of
about Shelly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that at the end of the
And
day,
now
look.
look, where's Shelly at? I'm still waiting for a notification. Where's Shelly
Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that.
at?
I be
So,
like, Shelly, I'm trying to stand behind you, girl, but it is rough. Because then at first, then they said the next thing she did was post a picture of her and Ace, and I was just like, you already know people make correlations, and people are
mhm.
already like, oh, she's taking a stand. We don't know, but I mean,
No.
sometimes when people do that, it could. So I don't know. I'm just like, I've seen people being like, and this is not I. Certainly not I. But y'all don't if y'all know where that's from, then we see you
Mhm.
listening. That you should know where that's from too. But like I've heard people say that they've actually unfollowed Shelly. Just because there's it's something isn't feeling right in their spirit. And I've seen that from more than one person. And I'm just trying to be like, Ashley, just keep an open mind. You don't know these people until you see something that you can specifically pinpoint, then all right. Like Ace has done something that I can pinpoint that makes me look at him crazy.
I unfollowed
Shelly,
him.
huh? Wait,
I
what?
unfollowed Ace. I unfollowed
It-
because you know what made me unfollow him? I said, oh, he posted a story. Okay. And the story was just like him with a picture with Goofy or Speedy, sorry. It was like, why
Not goofy as me.
the whole story before you have something to say? And I kind of want to use Alandria's words. No, I saw it. I just didn't fuck with it.
And that's also why I watched the whole thing because people love to get on there and just go off of the clips. And I was just like, I'm not gonna go off of the clips. And when I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is good. You better get on her. You get on Austin, Amaya. He was knocking her down. Da 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 da. And I was like, yes, get him. Bang bang bangity bang bang bang. And I was like so for it. And then he got to Nickelandia, changed my tune real fucking quick. I said, I know the fuck he ain't. And I know you ain't talking about. You was just with her. Like literally. They said the reunion dropped Monday. They recorded on Wednesday. I mean Tuesday. The podcast dropped Wednesday. Dude, you were just with her this past
Yeah,
weekend. That's disgusting.
that sucks.
Yeah, that's
That's
disgusting. And
so.
I'm praying for her peace right now. Like, I mean, still I worry about Nick, yeah, but it's always black woman first for me. That's just for me, period. Because there is no greater betrayal than a betrayal of a friendship because that hits rough.
And
So
I just relate to it because, like I said, I am in an interracial marriage. I have a daughter from a previous relationship who was black. My all my other exes have been black men. This is my first and only time I've ever
said,
been
let me
with
try
it.
some white chocolate this
This is the only first every time
time.
I ever been with a white guy. He hit me up, and I was like, I don't know, white, but I gave it a try.
And she
I've
liked
always
it.
been attracted to white men. Like white, I could say a white guy's fine or whatever. But I never thought about actually being with him. And he's the only one that's ever treated me the way I want to be treated. He's the only one that ever asked me to marry him. So like, what? Why would I turn down being treated
Right.
lovingly based just because he's white? So that's why I understand where Lindsay's coming from. Like, she's like, yo,
Mhm.
this guy takes care of me. So until
Yep.
she says otherwise,
Yep.
I'm gonna consciously
Mhm. Rock with
stand
her.
by rock with Nick. I have been
Hmm.
burned by Nicholas before.
No, not a Nick. Oh shit. His name is
So
Nicholas. No.
men named Nicholas gives me pause. And if you know which Nicholas I'm talking about, you know which Nicholas I'm talking about. Um,
Dude, that is hilarious. Oh my
they have
God.
given me pause where they seemed like they was all ride or die for black women, and then the switch happened when they got bigger and was like fuck black women. So I understand.
I
I'm nervous, so I'm
not.
like Nick, Freako Nick, Meatballs, whatever his damn nickname
Yeah,
is.
mommy's little
Mommy's meatball,
meatball.
mommy, mamacita, please
Mamacita.
move correctly. You're doing a
Please.
great job so far.
Like pulling her into certain like that bathing suit line. Now he had
Mhm.
that before the villa. And he brought her with that to Landra said she wanted to go to Europe. He took her to Greece, yo. Like
Yeah.
if they faking then sign me up. Because
Sign me up.
it's not her doing it. It
Nick got a
is
brother.
only a little
I know he got a
sister.
sister. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he got.
Damn, she need a bestie.
Like, can I be your friend? His sis over there getting brand deals now.
He's bringing the whole family. He about to it look like he about to put his mom on because his mom is always online. So it's like
Yeah,
that's what you're
she be
supposed to
going to
do.
she be going to freaking oh sorry about that, y'all. That was my father. He be she's with the mommy, they call her Baltimore Baddie. She's
Mhm.
literally going to his DJ shows now, partying with
Yeah.
people.
So
I
I
know
mean,
that's right.
like, how can I be mad?
Right.
Like he's doing what he's supposed to do. Even if that's not his romantic partner, even if they are end up just being friends, cool. They have the best little friendship. I love it. I love it. We love a fake
Definitely.
dating trope. Remember when Sprina did it? We love a fake dating trope. Give it to me.
Oop.
Yeah.
Well, child, anyways, back to our scheduled programming. Oh my God, I love
Like that
it.
shit don't bother me. Ace really thought that that was gonna turn the tide, and I was like, I don't care if they're fake. It's
Yeah,
cute. Give me more
yeah.
content. I don't care.
Let me
I
be
don't
in love.
know y'all.
People
Like,
love love. Like that's the
yeah.
thing. So like we just love to see it. I mean, love to acknowledge it. It's just when you play people for stupid, like Caleb did Justine that people have an issue with. Like how Kenny did Janae that people have an issue with.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
nobody is essentially forcing you to be with them, but I just feel like sometimes it gets really diabolical if you don't even like an individual and they are like in love with you, sleeping with you, doing all that type of
I was
stuff.
just about to say the sleeping. I was like, I was about to say, can we get super real on this podcast? I always mark it explicit anyway, that is not for kids when we post. But how could you be in a relationship, talk about Kenny and Janae for a year or over a year, and be fucking, and you don't even like her?
That's insane.
I like you like men, they act like they don't know, but men understand when a woman is intimate with you like that.
Yeah.
That
Like
is such a big fucking deal,
it
bro.
really is. Like to keep it a whole buck, most women, I'm not gonna say all, but most
I'm
women,
not gonna say all, yeah.
even if we're doing a casual thing, we still have to like you in order to do it. Like,
Right.
like it still have to be something about you to make
Yeah.
it be like,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
not gonna say
what?
all because I mean I definitely had a whole phase and I was like, whatever.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah.
But still, in that point, you like them enough to sleep with
But
them. It wasn't just
yeah,
like, you know what? I don't even like you, but come on, let's go. Let's do what we need to
like
do.
I'm not gonna get naked in front of everybody. I'm a big girl. I'm not going
Right.
to get naked in front of everybody. I'm not taking my wig off in front of everybody.
Absolutely not.
So like, how
Absolutely
could
not.
you do that? That is the most. That right there is the most dirtiest fucking thing. Like the racist remarks or well, I don't know, is it monkey comments or something? I didn't even
Hmm.
get into the whole story. Yes, that's horrible too. But for her to give her all to you like that and walk around completely naked and you don't even like her and you're
It's
making racist jokes
crazy.
like, I hope what's the curse until you do right by me.
Yeah. Until you
Everything
do
you
right
think
by me,
about is going to
everything you
fail.
think about going crumble.
Oh,
Ooh.
and now he lost a bunch of followers, I know, but
Frank
like
B, that's for you. You know who you are.
Frank, that triple for Frank. If I had three fans, Frank. Like I just can't believe that. That is so, oh my God. It just makes me sick to my stomach. I feel so bad for her. I know she recently did
Okay.
her people interview. I don't know when Kenny, I don't even know if Kenny could come back to social media.
Yeah, like if I was him, I would definitely like stay away because people still got their foot on his neck. Like they're not
Yeah.
playing, and as people should. And she's just so gracious. She's like, guys, if you love me, if you really love me, this is why I love Janae. She was like,
Mhm.
please leave his family alone.
Yeah, yeah. Leave his family alone.
She-
That and I don't think Ace posted today either. And I was like, he's probably gonna cool off until his team figures out. But this sends me back to I don't know if you ever watched The Flash or you were part of the CW Arrowverse
No,
fandom or
no, no,
okay,
no.
so this is why I keep getting into these fandom wars, and I'm so happy I'm not part of it with Love Island. So back when The Flash was on and it was hot, there was an actor named Hartley who played Elongated Man, basically DC's version of Mr. Fantastic. He had stretch powers, right? So I met him. I took a picture with him, me and my daughter at a Comic-Con. He seemed like a very nice guy. I remember we were going to get our picture. We waited. My daughter was next. And then the person there, his handler was like, oh, he's going to use the bathroom and then he'll come back out to you. And he was like, no, 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 no. They've been waiting a long time. I'll take a picture with her. I was like, oh, thank you. That's very nice. Come to find out, he was on the show for like 2 or 3 seasons. Somebody on Twitter found his old tweets and they
Ugh.
were racist. They were racist. and the CW and DC Comics let him go.
Hmm.
And that was like May of like, I mean, years ago when the Flash was on. So like we're talking, I don't know, 2017, 18, 19, something like that, right? He hasn't been online since.
I'm sorry. If you know that
I
you're
remember saying, somebody check on that man. He could be suicide.
like, I hope he's okay. I will very use racist, so whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
But like, if I know I'm going into the field of something like, where I'm going to be in the spotlight, why the fuck
When you
wouldn't I?
scrub your social
Yes, like deactivate, make a private something. Shoot, I would hire a social media company. Look at my damn tweets because I was on this thing when it first opened. So what
He
the
used to be
fuck
on the
is
Young and the
going on?
Restless. So you probably know him.
Well, you don't know what character I'm
Oh, God dang. I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, wait, she might know him. He used to be on the Young and the Restless, bro.
Oh
What
wow,
was
yeah, you gotta give me something.
I know. Let me look him up real fast. IMDb is the best.
But yeah, like I was saying before too, this I just hate how draining Love Island has essentially become. I
Mhm.
do have to say that the reunion was a lot better, and I think it's because Andy was there. Season
Yeah,
six
yeah.
reunion was basura. It was trash.
He
It
played
really
Kyle
was.
Abbott
Oh, he played
from
Kyle.
2013 to 2014. He
I
might have
know
been a
he's okay. I know who that is. I have a picture in my head of who it is to be
yeah.
actually I gotta call.
Yeah.
But
So he was on The Flash from 2017 to 2020, and he has not
oh
been
wow,
seen
three years.
since. Yeah. Because of some old tweets that a Flash fan found and was like, y'all, did y'all see these tweets? And it blew up.
But that's just like with Love Island with Yulissa saying the slur like that, and that's why they
Mhm.
had to get her out the first week.
I
That's just
forgot all
like
about her.
that's
And
like
Ciara.
that's yeah like redacted for what is she's 304 and the other one's 404 or they call her SEE era. So one of
Wait, Ciara's called Redacted?
she was redacted first.
Mhm.
Then they gave it to Huda, and I think Huda is 404, and Sierra might be 304. Like one of
Mhm.
them, because whichever one means era.
Yeah,
That's what Sierra is.
crazy. Because I
People
told you I'm
are
not really in
funny.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not really
you're
in it like
not.
that.
That's why, like,
That's
it's
funny.
hilarious. That's what I'm talking about. Things like that to me is just funny because it becomes a part of the language in the community. Like we call what is it, Taylor, three dreads, baldy
Three dreads,
locks,
I knew that.
dready
Yeah.
locks. Like the
Mhm.
list goes. I heard somebody call him Dreddy Kruger. That's the funniest shit I've
Oh,
ever heard.
God.
Shout out to the TikTok creator who said that. That was yeah. She did her
That's
big one with that one.
and then oh, speaking of I guess redacted Huda, whatever, or not Huda, Sierra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say in the interview, because I ain't watched the whole thing, did he say she got dragged out? Like implying like they really had to kick
That's what
she was kicking and screaming on the way out?
well, they said that they on the reunion they actually played it and that was Huda singing or whatever. And
No,
it's
they tried to say
hilarious.
that was her screaming on the way out. And I was like,
Yeah.
y'all are ridiculous, bro. Not her screaming while that girl's filming her fucking
People
confession.
be like muting things and like isolating voices. They're like,
Yeah.
like,
Could you imagine her kicking and screaming, Nick? Nick?
yo, insane. But what did me in, because that lady just wants attention as well, is you think I'm gonna have a party promoter put side Barbie on something of that? Yes, yes,
Not Sierra.
girl.
I did see the TikTok about something like, oh, what do you when you're just enjoying life after you find out the boy that you liked or whatever is with your best friend or something like that. And I was like, girl, but it's Love Island, girl. Come
It's
on.
Love Island. This is the
Nobody
whole
told you to sleep with
point.
him. Yeah, nobody told you to sleep with him. So
It is not Friendship Island. It's really got it messed up. Granted, like I think people forgot.
mhm.
Unlike Serena and Janae, literally had an argument about eggs about her giving eggs to Miguel. Like, like, come on. And then they moved past it. You go for what you want. You pull people for chats that you want to pull, and you call it a day. Huda was around there, like running around for 2 weeks. They called her Hurricane Hood, like Huda. Like people were just trying to be in relationships that didn't necessarily work, and they really weren't exploring the way that
Mhm.
they should have. Keep it a buck. I don't think that Shelly explored the way she probably should have. I did she because I'm like, girl, do you really like Austin? I feel like you're holding out for Ace. That was just that was just me.
She capped so hard, like, oh man, I really like Austin. Like, oh, you don't like Austin, shut up.
Girl,
Like,
we
just
don't like
stop.
Austin.
Like, just stop. You
All right,
don't like Austin. Like,
please,
come on.
please.
And Austin really low-key didn't like her either. He
Yeah,
just didn't want
I
to be
mean,
in
you seen them
competition with
tweets,
Ace.
you seen them reposts, so yeah. But yeah, so this season was just whoo child. I mean, the headaches, because at one point I was really about to stop watching. Once Nick and Alandria basically said, "Oh, we're better off as friends." I was like, "Did we just watch the same kiss that I watched in Soul Ties?" I thought I was gonna have a nervous breakdown. And
I
then when
kept asking my daughter, like, are they really like when did they come when did they get together? I was getting so frustrated.
and that was like episode freaking, what
30,
was it? Like
30.
he like it was like
Yeah.
episode like first they kissed in episode 21. I know it's sad that I know the episode numbers. But first they kissed in episode
Mhm.
21. So that's super soup as fuck. Like, yeah. And that
Mhm.
kiss was crazy. That kiss was crazy. It was insane. Just for the next episode for them to break up. And then we gotta wait all the way to damn near 30. He finally closed it off with the girl with the freaking hate. Like it was just a
Yeah.
mess.
It
Like
was a
it was,
mess. It was a
and
mess.
then, we were what's the resurrected. Like
Mhm.
everything was okay. Like our couple's gonna be a couple. They got that girl up out of there. Thank you to whoever found that post. I appreciate you. You got out of there.
You
What?
the real MVP.
I salute, bro. Like that's what I was talking about. But I feel
Did you see
like
her acting like she acted like she wasn't a bombshell and stole him from Bella
when
A.
when she came in there, she was like, "If I could take your man, he was never really your man." And what you put out into the universe, you get back.
Yep. So, girl, and I always
Yeah.
forget about Bella A because she went home first. So I was like, oh yeah, she was on the show.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't care about her either.
I heard about girl. Oh, God. All
I
right.
really cared about the core four, and now like my whole thing is just like,
Charlie too. Charlie was right. Taylor
he
should have went home,
was,
bro. Taylor should have went home.
he
Tay
was right.
Tay. Tay
He was
Tay.
right. Taylor should have went home that day. And also, Nick said he voted for Austin to go home, not Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
So, cause yeah, for me, I didn't think Jeremiah should have went home, but that was just me.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of things. Oh my God, I feel like
I
we
don't
just
think he should have went home because he was finally getting into other girls. I don't see why.
yes,
Yeah.
exploring, letting her to go type of thing.
Huda was so annoying, like walking around screaming, fuck yeah, like girl, find someone else.
And there's no way you can escape it. Oh
You know
my
what
God.
drives me crazy about Love Island? I know I couldn't be on it. It's like, wake up, the girls put on bathing suits, the guys wear the swim trunks, then they just sit around all day talking.
Yeah.
And it's oh, let's get ready for the night. And they sit
Mm-hmm.
around all night just talking. If there's no
Yep.
challenge or no recoupling. I'm like, I just talked to you all fucking day.
Don't forget, they would girls wake up, they gotta go get their makeup, put their
Yeah.
makeup on. The guys are doing their breakfast, sometimes
Yeah.
they work out. So, like,
I'm like, what
but
do they eat for dinner? Because they just come down and have drinks. What
yeah,
did y'all
I
eat?
heard the food selection is really, really bad. And then they
Mm,
snack quite often because that's really like all of the guy and grilled cheese and things of
mm.
like that nature. I heard it's
Yeah, see,
not
oh,
like really good food. I've heard a couple of them say they lost a lot of weight from being there because also they really don't like the food. So
yeah.
there's
See,
that
and it's
part.
like all they make is like pancakes and stuff. And I'm like, okay, the
Yep,
pancakes is cool.
pancakes
What do
last
y'all
year.
eat for dinner?
Avocado toast
Avocado
last
toast.
year. It's like their thing. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
couldn't do it. And then
I couldn't either.
I thought it was kind of like Bad Girls Club when they would go out and do different things, and I was like, oh wait, they really just stay in that fucking villa all
Oh,
day?
yep. They can't do
I'm like,
anything.
home, please.
I need to get out. You probably like calling up a wall, and that's why I think too their emotions be so warped because
Yeah,
you have no phone, you have no book, you have no television. It's just these people. It's just
and they
y'all.
said they give them therapy, which is great because
Thank
you would
goodness.
I
Well,
would need it.
obviously it didn't work on a couple of them, if we're being honest.
No, we're gonna free with them. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it did not work on a couple of them. So,
Yeah,
but
no,
I
no.
mean, any final thoughts as we wrap this up?
All I'm gonna say is support Black women.
Yes.
Nicolandria forever and Alandria first, first and foremost. And I hope she keeps succeeding. Prayers around her, completely, and her and Nick, because she did state too in a podcast, when you go at Nick, it hurts her. And that's when it's just like full stop, y'all, type of thing. So
Yeah.
prayers up for our girl, best wishes, and I do believe she has this. She's gonna be all right. And I hope Nick is okay too. Nick is a Pisces. We take friendship very, very seriously. So when something like this happens, it does kind of like screw you up a little bit. So
And I
prayers for
also
him
want to
too.
say, yeah, like I just wish the best. I honestly still do wish the best for everyone involved. I wish Ace would just come to have his come to Jesus moment. I know he's 22, but you're
Hmm.
grown at 22 and you should know a little bit better than this. So I don't
Yeah.
wish any ill will. I really don't, but I'm like if you don't succeed, I'm fine with that too.
Mm.
So I just I'm
And
talking about
also,
Ace. I'm talking about Ace.
and
But
Shelly, I hope you're all right too, girl. And I
I
hope
hope
you're
Shelly's okay.
and you're not one of those people who they say they are who they are with. I'm gonna believe the
Yeah.
best.
And any of the Springer fans that's listening, don't come for me what I said about you know who. Y'all know I love
It's
y'all.
all fun. Oh
It's
my
all
God.
fun because I know how y'all get down. And I know don't make Springer Love make a reappearance now.
Oh man, it's been a minute now. It feel like a fee, five,
All
four,
right,
five.
folks. Look, bitch, here I come. But no, like it's all for the games. But y'all, yeah, those who know. Like I have taken a
Mhm.
whole step back for that, and for a reason, which nobody, including him, ill will. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just
Protect
wanted to
your
clear that up
peace.
because I was joking on him a bit earlier. We have a lot of Freedom fans that watch, and I love y'all so much. Thank you.
We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all, and we appreciate all TV fans. I'm so happy. I can't. Me and Ashley gonna have a talk. Once it's like I know the schedule of the fall shows is posted on the TV Cave .com, but I really don't know the fall schedule, and we're gonna have to sit
Um,
down and figure out when we're gonna
and
start
figure it
doing
out because I think the
it.
first round of shows starts September 26th. I think that was
Yeah,
the first
late
thing I
September.
saw. Maybe
Yeah,
23rd too.
yeah, and I mean, there's some good stuff coming out, like as far as some first looks and like casting, as far as some of the shows that we cover, like Doc and things like that.
Yes,
That I'm excited
I saw
about.
that.
Yeah, the Pit.
Yes.
I'm
I
mad my girl ain't on
got
it.
some feelings about the pit right now with that
Right,
casting. That we're not
right.
even gonna do that today because that just made
Yeah.
my eye hurt. Shoot.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into it, but we are definitely gonna come back. I appreciate y'all support. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for y'all so much, so much for following and listening to
Yes.
Soapwire also and Chapter Chat podcast. We are now on the new
TikTok?
hellscape of TikTok, which y'all are supporting. We're trying to find y'all. We got to go where the people are, and the people
Mhm.
are on TikTok. So if Ashley has her own personal account, if you want to say it.
I do. Yes, it is Lady Two Wise ASA 312 on TikTok. I'm still kind of I usually just lurk sometimes
Mhm.
out of the blue. I'm like, gotcha, bitch, and I mean like post. But yeah, I still be lurking. And also please don't forget to follow Soapwire. We are on TikTok too, soap.wire, on
Yes,
Instagram,
yes.
soap underscore wire, and
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
also Blue Sky, Soapwire, no underscore, no dot.
Yeah, we're not on Twitter. I just had to get rid of all those Twitter accounts. And I know the soap wire has the dots and the underscore because apparently soap wire is an actual thing that you could buy, like a tool or something. Yeah, so
Oh.
it's like confused. Like if you search soap wire, it's like real like
Mhm.
actual wire type tool type stuff. It just
Yes,
sounds like
but
a thing I know.
look for the cartoon with the
Yeah,
that's us. Soap
look for
dot
the logo.
wire on TikTok.
Yes, yes, spilling the tea. And of
Yes.
course, TV Cave is all on those as well. Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky. I'm Je-Ree Reviews on
Yes.
all of those platforms.
Yes.
And yes, and of course, obviously you're either listening to us on like, iHeartRadio, Apple, or watching us on YouTube. So thank you guys so much, man. Y'all don't understand how much y'all streaming and watching and just seriously, I hear other big creators say it, but if you really just give it a like and
Hmm.
especially a share, it pushes us out and grows our audience, and then we're able to bring you guys the interviews with the actors that we do have on here from soaps
Yes.
and from TV shows. So thank you guys
Yes.
so much.
So continue to be on the lookout, continue listening. Thank you so much for all the support. We
We'll be
appreciate
back.
it. And I
We'll be
think
back.
are we done now? This is it.
This is it.
All right. This
All
girl
right.
gotta go to bed, so I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
So
and I have to eat something. So this was a long chat, but I loved it, and it just proves how much I miss talking with you, girl. You
me too.
I don't have to bump Deneen out. Got my
Also, really quickly,
back.
I'm gonna save that. I'll save that announcement.
Yeah,
But yes, girl, and please come on. I know you don't be watching soaps like that, but come on
I
and
know.
join us. You can
I
stay for just
know.
BTG and then bounce.
Right. I know. I only pop up when they need me because they're not available for an actor or an actor schedule is conflicting. That's the only time I'll pop up on
Um,
Soapwire. But yeah, thank you again, guys, for real. I really, really appreciate it. This is like just a little stupid dream I had. Like one day I was like, oh, I just started a site. And it's like grown and I'm like actually like getting invited to by Disney to, go to
I
premieres and
know
things.
that's
So,
right.
or not premieres, Lord, special screenings and stuff.
It's
But yeah,
coming. Put it
it's
out there.
coming. It's coming. So thank you guys. All right,
Okay.
y'all. We'll see you at the start of the fall
Yes.
season.
Bye.